Hey y'all, this is Cindy. I'm the Tireless Tangler. I want to welcome you all back to the 100 Days of Zentangle Project 2021. Thank you guys so much, as always, for being with me each day on this journey. Our tangle for today is called YAH. It is You Are Here, and it is by Emily Classon, CZT. Now, I have looked at this. I had already been looking at it when one of you guys asked for it, and it reminds me a lot of Tomas Padros's Tangle Tizo, or Tizu, I'm not sure. But either way, we're going to do YAH today and see how you guys like it. So for today, I'm going to be using my Micron PN in black. I am using a standard pencil and a tortillon with that. And so this is a pretty standard tile. I am going to draw my string for you, or draw the borders at the very least, in this indigo blue pastel pencil so that you guys can see them a little bit better. Okay. Now, hopefully, I've got the camera angle sorted out today. We're going to find out. All right. I think that color change does seem to help a bit. At least that's what it seems like to me in editing. Let's see. What craziness do we want to have on this side? Just the normal kind of craziness. Well, this is what my borders really look like, guys, so don't be impressed, I know. And I think I want to I think I'm going to use a Z string. Remember, that's midpoint on one side to midpoint on the top side to midpoint on the bottom side. Yeah, you got that. All right. At least you can see it today, right? Okay. All right. So I'm going to grab my PN, and we're going to start with You Are Here. Now I'm going to start that over here, and depending on how it goes, I may use two sections. We're going to find out. I am missing one important thing, though, before we get started, and that is my glasses. At least I noticed before I put the pen to paper. It's so much more clear when I do that. So I've got a couple of stray pencil marks on there. I keep trying to wipe them off, and now that I have my glasses on, I can see that they're pencil marks and not hairs. All right, so You Are Here is a very, it's a very abstract, very cool pattern. It starts with some random lines with straight line. It's done with straight lines and curves and inking. So I think you're going to like it. Now, in the step out, it has the instructions say to start with some straight lines just placed randomly and some curved lines, 1 to 4 sections, whatever you want to do. Make yourself happy. Okay, so a lot of people find this intimidating because then what do you do, right? I intend to do this by growing it out in a sort of more organic way. So, you know, if it helps you to do it the way it is in the step out, then go for it. For me, the problem with this is that then you have to connect these all. And if you grow it organically, then you're able to fit the right thing to the right place, if you will. So let me see what I can do with these here. So I think I'm going to connect these with a curved line. An R of this. And then, let's see. Now, the problem I think most people are going to have with this is that you don't know what to do. There are steps, I know, but what do you do now? Well, for one thing, I don't want you to stress about this. So this is how I'm going to handle this, and I'm going to grow this in this direction, and then we'll hook it all up, okay? I'm going to start in one corner, and I think I'll go with 3. I like 3 on this pattern. And these are curved, so I'm going to do straight next. And I'm going to put 4 of those. Okay? And so now, let's do some curves, but do them the other direction. And I'm just going to do 2 of those. And let's see. Oh, the pups are snoozing, which is a good thing because then hopefully that means there will be no barking. Now you can also hollabaw this. And what we're, whoa, Simba. It's okay, buddy. Catch that squirrel. Wake up. Wake up. Simba. Simba, Simba. Yeah. Okay, good boy. All right. So what we're going to do after we've got some smaller sections in here is we're just going to ink them in. This is very much an intuitive pattern. And for those of you that love grid patterns, this I think is going to challenge you. Now it may challenge some of you organic people as well. But I think the important thing with this pattern to remember is you can't get it wrong, and it's not going to be like anybody else's. So I'm going to sort of ink as I go. I think that'll be less stressful for me. And in any of these places, you could put something and go underneath, or you can ink. Maybe a little more neatly. River's snoring up a storm. I've got calls to make as soon as I'm done with this to see what we can do about her. All right. Let's see. So now, I think I'm going to just put some straight lines going this direction. And ink right here. What you want is something different. Everywhere you go, something different. Something new, a new direction, a new curve, a new inked spot, whatever you want to do. So I've got 2 straight sides here, and I'm going to sort of talk through the process. While I'm turning my tile, I'm looking for ways to continue this. What can I do next? What would be different than what's around it? Well, these are straight, so let's put a curve here. And since I've got a curve here, let's make this curve the other direction. And let's make this a big one. Like this. Now in this instance where this doesn't follow through as far as you might want, you can add to it if that's what you want to do. And now I think from here I want to hollabaw something underneath there, and I think I'll make it go in the other direction. Now I'm naturally going to have some curves in mine because that is my natural inclination, and if you prefer them straight, make them straight. I think I'll just do 1 on this one. And I think well, I'm trying to decide. I really want to put something else in here. like this. I tend to like things more densely packed, but you do not have to pack yours densely. You can have great big black spots here and there if that's what you want to have. There is nothing wrong with that. I don't know what I'm doing over here. Whatever it is, it's making a mess. Okay. Simba, you're shaking us. Simba, Simba, Simba. Hey, Twitchy. Twitchy, Twitchy. Get that squirrel some other time, bud. Hey, hey, Simba, Simba. Hey, Simba. Hey, Simba, Simba, Simba. He is not one. Whoa, dude. Get that. I think he has worked me into his dream. Simba bear. Simba. Simba. God, you've got big paws. Jeez. All right, I think I woke him. He's still laying. Oh, no, we're not done twitching yet. Simba, I need you to catch that squirrel. And be done. And when you're inking, take your time. Do a neat job. Ooh. I'm going to need to get one of those lighted magnified lamp things where I can look through it and draw. The problem is that it really messes up with the camera stuff. Just saying. Pretty good. I never think I do a bad job at inking right up Simba, right up until I get it under the camera, and then I see all of my stars. Okay, so I'm going to take this single one right here, and I'm going to go over here, this direction. One of the problems with doing these sort of random ones, like we've got it over here, is that you're constantly having to add on to what is there. And anytime you're adding a pen stroke onto another pen stroke, there is the possibility that you're going to get too much ink, that it's not going to be a pleasing natural curve, that you're going to be able to tell that you've added something there. And so I find this method is a little bit better with letting you, I think I'm going to straighten this out right here. And let this travel underneath here. There, see? But I recognize that this pattern is going to be difficult. And for some of you that prefer to just, have the steps, follow them, and your outcome is predictable. This pattern is very much unpredictable, and I know that can put some people into a panic. I want you guys to try it anyway. It's really not hard. It really isn't. You can't do it wrong. You might think, well, can I do that? Yes, you can. Whatever you want, you can do it. Okay, so what do I want to do? Well, I want to put some more curves in here, of course. So I'm going to do one like this. No, you're not. I'm going to do one like this. And I'm going to put another one like this. Shouldn't have done that, but I did it. There you are. I don't know what I was thinking. The first one was great. That one was, not great. I feel an inked spot coming on. And why not? See, I can put this one through, let's see. Like that, and then ink here. And ink here. Problem solved. And see, this one back here is a partial one that nobody knew about. There you go. See? So there is no wrong on this pattern. You can do whatever you want. And sometimes that's too much freedom for some people. I know for me, this type of thing is right up my alley. That said, it's a lot of thinking. You know, I don't want to pre-plan what I'm going to do with this. I want to just let it happen. Sometimes just letting it happen is more difficult. I think I need to add some more straight stuff in here. And they don't have to go beyond the little spot you put them in, right? They don't have to go underneath. Of course, these are definitely going underneath or behind. Yeah, see? Why not? And what else do we want? So I hope you guys can find a place where you are relaxed enough to actually give this a try. I know it looks a little intimidating, but it really isn't. You just want to fill up all of your gaps with inked spots or lines. You know what tangle would go awesome with this? Wheels. Don't you think? In fact, I may use that on my other sections. Because I can. Because it's my art and I can. And yours is your art and you can do whatever you want to. If something else speaks to you to do today, go for it. I have a lovely organized bed full of art supplies where I know where they all are. My Ada Avery is here today. She's so awesome. She has got an organizational gene in her makeup that is just exceptional. I could only wish that I had that organizational gene. I do not. Okay, this one really wants to hollabaugh. All right. And so this is it. This is YAH. And isn't it a cool look? Just don't give up on it. If you want to put something in, put it in. If you don't, don't. You know, if you got a big space and you want to ink it, ink it. Make yourself happy. Now I am stopping at this line, but I'm probably going to draw right over it and connect all this up. Now you may find that random placement is an easier way for you, and that is cool, you know. I just find it's easier when I have something to work off of, you know. I hope you know, because I'm saying you know a lot. You know. All right. Well, that one took a turn south, literally. Well, it's going to be something very unique over there. It wants its own way. Like that. And I know. And so sometimes you got to just sit, turn your tile, and think, what would be good here? And if that's too much thinking, that's okay. You can change your mind and say, okay, let's put something random here. And that's fine too. You know, even if it's something as simple as thinking to yourself, okay, I did this one straight, now I need a curved. That works. Whatever's left, you ink. Okay. So here I've got curved. Here I've got straight. So you know what? I can do whatever I want in here. I think I'll bring this one on through. Didn't get those aligned quite right, but that is not unusual for me. And I'll ink this in. I'm trying to become more zenful about my issues. I would think that for those of you that have done all 3 years with me, I think that even I can see a huge change in my attitude and my approach to Zentangle in the last 3 years, because this project has taught me a lot about myself as an artist, about confidence, about a lot of things. So it's probably interesting for some of you that started this year and are going back to look at that, the differences, because there are big differences. Okay, so I want to just curve this around here. Why? Because I can. Because it's my art and I can. I'll just let that be a single one. And don't ask me where that came from, because even I don't know. Interesting. And I think we'll let that be a single. That's interesting. And I can do that. Why? Because I can. There are no rules, guys. Do what you want. So this one needs some curves in here. So I'm just going to put some curves in. And it doesn't matter how many I use. It doesn't matter if they line up with anything in the next part. I can put them wherever I want. And ink the background. There's no rules, there's no rhyme, there's no reason. Curved lines, straight lines, however many you want, just go to town. Make it your own. But the thing that really makes this cool is the inking. So be willing to spend some time inking. The more ink you add, the more dramatic your art will look. There we go. Now what? Hey, that would be interesting. Let's do it. And you don't need a reason. Just do it because you want to. And take your time, Cindy. So it really isn't hard, but the result that you get in the end is very extremely cool, right? Just all over the place, doing what it wants. It's random, or seemingly random. It's cool looking, you know. Oops. I went all crazy on that. Oh, look, it's an opportunity. I know, it's weird. I'll tell you what it is. It's an opportunity for a jelly roll. That's what that is. Or some other snappy way of covering that up. I don't know. Probably a jelly roll. I could put a tiny Bronx cheer there, but I don't think that would work. Let's see. Probably shouldn't have done that, but why not? I can do that now because I can. Mostly because it didn't look right. Now it looks cool. Let's add that, and then I'm going to bring this around and finish that curve off. And of course, these are going to have to go all the way in, right? And get swallowed up by the machine. Okay, so this little spot, I think this just needs to keep going. Thank you, Simba. We love you too. Oh man, I have a new puppy pal to say hi to, and I forget the name. It starts with C. Crud. That's not it. Oh my God. I didn't mean that. I'll look it up. It was on the comments from yesterday, I think. But I love it. And I saw some more cat pictures today where the cats weren't cooperating, were they, Kim? All right. Let's see. Cats are such funny creatures. They are just so full of personality, aren't they? They're just such different things than dogs, which always makes me smile. And I think this needs to be inked right here. All right. So you guys in comments, drop me a comment and let me know if you would enjoy a live stream with me where we just had some chat time. Maybe we can all bring something that we're working on and just, just chat and spend some time together and get to know each other better. I really want something where I can hear you guys. So I'm actually even thinking of maybe a live Zoom meeting where we could I think Any Oaken does this, where everybody brings their current work in progress and they just sit and chat and have fun together. And I think that's a great idea and something that we could certainly do on this channel. I just don't know off the top of my head how many would want that. I mean, we can't do that with 1,000 people. And these videos usually get 1,500 to 3,000 views, with some exceptions, some more, some less. But you guys are pretty steady in what you watch. So even those who don't watch to the end, give me, 10, 15 minutes usually. So that's cool. That is cool. But I really want to be able to just sit in a room and draw and listen to you guys chat with each other, with me, and get to know each other. I just think that would be awesome. Some of you know each other, I think, from Facebook, probably. Some of you don't know anybody. So, but I love the fact that you guys are liking and commenting and replying to each other in comments. I think that is great. At some point, I really will break down and do a Facebook group. There's so many Facebook groups. And I mean, how much time can one person spend on Facebook in a day? That answer is a lot. And I don't want to be one of those people. I just don't. I love what I do, but I love having my brain in gear for Mari when he's home, and most of the time he requires that of me, and it's something else. I actually think that would be a good idea to have a Zoom get together, or we could do a wine and tangle or a coffee and tangle or something. So we've got another windy day today, and it's banging stuff around and making everybody crazy. And so now we know what happened to all those random things, but you see, it doesn't matter. If you put them in randomly or add them in organically, it is still going to give you a very cool result. That woke Simba up. That is something I probably took out because it was so loud. So the door slammed open when Avery left today and scared Simba right up off the bed. He's thinking about going to sleep again, but that was a startle. It was, wasn't it, buddy? Oh, the school buses are out. That means I better get my act together, huh? I got about an hour before little one gets home. So we better not take an hour. Oh, all right. All done, Sim? Yeah, he's about to put his head down again. I love my pup. I love both of my pups. I don't know what we're going to do about the teeth on the little one. I'm going to make some calls this afternoon and see what we can find out. Everybody is hurting. Just when it's my baby, I got to do something. All right. Well, I've got some fix-up to do with my jelly roll here and there. But I managed to fill that section pretty darn fast, didn't I? Or those two sections. And, I don't hate it. It's kind of fun. And, yeah. Okay, so the question now is what to do with these other sections. So I'm going to put wheels in. Absolutely. And it may go behind this section in the center, Let's find out. Because I think wheels is going to fit right in here. Let's see if I can remember how it goes. Me too, Simba, me too. He does not understand the need to interrupt him in his naps. So for those of you who have not seen this video, this was wheels, and we did it. Hopefully I will have the presence of mind to put a card up here in the corner, right up here, where you can watch the wheels video if you like. But this is pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so I think I'm going to go off in this direction. See why I think these are close whoops, except for that. See why I think these are close cousins. I really like YAH. YAH. You are here. I like it a lot. I think this is a great doodle sort of pattern. It's a great fill pattern, especially if you're looking for something that has a lot of drama. I think this is definitely cool. I will be interested to see what shading does for it, since I know it's going to be quite effective. The shading on this is going to have a lot, going to be very reminiscent of how we do Hollabaugh. And so there will be a lot of shading opportunities here. Now, let's see if we can work this in. There we go. Let's go ahead and put some more wheels in. See, I'm getting an idea right now is the problem. I'm having the thought that I could have these bits coming in here and coming out the top of some of these wheels, for example. What if we did one like this? And then have these well, that isn't what I meant, but something like that. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. All right. I don't think I want to put any orbs in here. I think I'm going to work this the YAH pattern into the wheels, and I think it's going to work great. So let's draw some more wheels. And I'm going to go ahead and ink between these. And let's keep working here. And that's the great thing about inking, is you can sculpt things. All right, so this I'm going to bring in here. Like that. And that's what I mean. I think I can work these patterns in together really well. So I think I'm going to do that. Sort of got a little creative with my foreground and background there. But with all these lines, I don't think that's going to make a difference. I'm also being pretty organic about the way I'm doing wheels, as far as where I'm starting and stopping and that kind of thing. I'm just sort of letting it do its own thing. River is enjoying her nap. Yeah, I know. I know. Don't talk about me. Sometimes they don't work out, and sometimes they do. There. All right. Just gonna bring this down. That's gonna work. And I'll bring this down. River is making me smile. She's snoring really loudly, for those of you who can't hear her. All right, that is cool. Love it. Love it. So over here, I think I'm just going to bring this to the edge. And ink in any extra spots. And I'll do that here as well. Okay. Simba says hey to all his friends. Yes. Definitely going to need the jelly roll for this, but the rest of it is going to work well. All right, now the question is, do we want more wheels over here? Or do we want to do something completely different that would hopefully still go? The answer to that question is, let's think about it in a minute. I'll be right back. So I stopped and had lunch, and as always happens when I step away, when I'm stuck, I come back, and the answer is there. Halaba. Perfect pattern for this. Why? Because I'm going to be able to transition here. We have all organic here. Wheels is structured though. YAH is not structured. It is very much unstructured and wild. So if we put halaba over here, which is more, more rigid, more structured, then we're going to have an interesting dichotomy here of patterns and feelings as we go. So we're going to put in halaba, just standard halaba, maybe with some curves because it's me and I can. Damn it. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right. Hopefully I can edit that out. So I am going to bring this straight through. I have to have a curve in my halaba. I'm going to make this go this way. Yeah, I think if I do some crazy halaba, that'll work. So let me finish this curve off here. And then let's go through here. Okay. And we'll ink here. Now I will try to make this work as just straight halaba, although not straight, right? Because I'm definitely going to curve my lines. Why, guys? Because I can. Because it's my art and I can. And it's your art too, and you can as well. It's my message for today. And since it's International Women's Day today, of course, but with you guys, it's yesterday. We should celebrate those of you who are women. You men should celebrate that we're women too. I'm sorry. I just couldn't help myself. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, so halaba. With my standard little curls at the end. You don't have to do that. You do not have to do that at all. Just make sure you take your time. Let's see what else. Well, I can make this less busy over here, which, it's me. I'm going to ink it all regardless. Do I want, let's put maybe one, maybe two more and no more than that. I think the emptiness here will serve us well. I think I want to do another one here. And recognize that this is the edge of something. And is that all? One more. All right, now I'm going to ink. All right. And my enders, how are you guys doing? Let me know in comments or send me a message. I'll get there eventually. I think this is going to do well. I think this is going to work well. Okay. I'm just touching that up just a little bit so it looks right. Whatever that means. Whatever right is. It's the opposite of left. And that's a concept I have trouble with, so. Well, I lost my little edge of white there. I might be able to put it back in with a jelly roll. A very small jelly roll. Or I could try my angel hair uniball. Oh, Cindy. That is a definite jelly roll spot. That comes through. Let's see if I've got any other spots I can sort of help along with ink. I think I helped that one along just a little bit too much. All right, let's finish up. And if you have a spot like this and you want to reach for your 0.8, go for it. I'm trying not to do those things because it signals that I'm impatient. And even though it is quicker and you probably get a much better ink coverage with that, I still prefer, if I can, if it's not too large an area, to use my PN as long as it's flowing well. Now, if it's not flowing well, that 0.5 or 0.8 is in my hand. Sorry about the school buses, guys. The days that Avery is here, I am getting a much later start, which is not her fault. It's just that I try to take advantage of the time that she's here. Like today, we organized art supplies, which was a wonderful use of time. She is a budding artist, and so you guys have been so gracious with your gifts. I had an old pack of 01s that still had 3 pins left in it, and so I gave those to her. Support the arts. That's my message. Support the arts. You know, while it's not an essential thing as far as day-to-day living, although for some of us it definitely is, the arts are such an important part of the world, understanding so many things. So anyway, all right, so now I'm going to, before I ink, I'm going to come in here with my Mono Zero and see if I can't lift out some of these blue marks. If you see these in my art, you'll know it's just because I wanted you to see the border. And I'm not particularly concerned if they show. It's just a string line, as it were. But, you know, that whole perfectionistic thing still rears its head now and then. We don't bow, but sometimes we bend just a little bit. Let me get these stray pencil lines out of here, because that does bug me. All right. Not a big deal. Okay. All right. That's enough of that. Bad girl. All right. So now I am going to grab my first jelly roll. Where is it? I don't have to wonder because it's right here. Okay, this is the 05. That's a perfect one. So this is the 05. If you've never used one, these have a very extremely fine point. And so if they're running, that is a great thing. If they're not, it's very frustrating. I'm just going to dab out a couple of these extra ink spots that nobody will notice but me once the shading is done. And it really doesn't go away completely. It just lessens. It just lessens it a little bit. That spot right there, that's pointless because I will be shading very darkly. All right, that's in the middle of something. All right, let's make sure we don't have any other spots. Yes, my old friend. That's better. Anywhere else I have missed? You. Again, not going to be overly concerned about that because that's going to be covered in shading. But, you know, it's me. I like to do a thorough job. I've missed someplace and somebody out there is going, Cindy, right there in front of you. How can you not see that? It's because I'm blind, people. That's why. I'm grateful to have my eyesight. I'm very blessed. All right. That's nothing helping that. All right, guys. Let's do some shading and see what we end up with, because that is half the fun on this, I think. All right. Everywhere they overlap, go get it. Of course, on the wheels, right here. Yeah. Where the little caps come on them. Come on, Simba. What? Come on. Good boy. You're my good boy. It's like they'd never seen a person before. Ah. See how we are with the shine today. Yeah, that's a bit better. Oh my goodness. Little one, stop. Stop. River. All right. Now that the dogs are finished with their afternoon yelling, Yeah, I forgot where I was. Shading. Yeah, shading. Let's do some of that. Everywhere your lines overlap. And remember, if you can, try to avoid getting too much pencil graphite on your black areas. They shine anyway, but that'll make it worse. You know, unless you want that shine, in which case, go for it. All right. Now again, every place where they overlap. You're gonna have some fun blending on this. I have learned to enjoy shading. As long as it's not too complicated, I am good with it. It is when it gets, it's when you add the light source that I start going, oh, you know, I don't care. But I cannot lie that you do it any way and it's amazing. No doubt. Nobody shades like any. Nobody. I've never seen anyone anywhere shade like any. She is just the expert of taking your tiles to the next level. So I know those of you who joined Art Club, you will not regret it. She is hands down the best teacher ever. Okay, there's a little gushy on that, but, you know, I mean it. Everything I say about any is true. Everything I say, I mean. I would not be a CZ... River, I'm talking, honey. It's my turn. I would not be a CZT today if it weren't for any. And a lot of other CZTs that supported me. And, but any was the one that said, go do it. She was the one that said, sign up. She was the one that said, go fund me. She was the one that donated the first money to it. You know, she believed in me. So how can you not be a constant advertisement for somebody like that? I mean, you can't. You can't. I suppose some people could, but I couldn't. My mama raised me to be grateful. Grateful for the small things. Grateful that we had food on the table, because that didn't always happen. Grateful that we had what we needed. Taught me the difference between a want, a need, and a necessity. What an important lesson that is for kids. I'll tell you what, Mari knows that, hands down. You know, a need is what you need to live. Food, water, place to live, air. Those are needs. Necessities, you know, you might want to add clothes to that. Heat, those things. Wants are all the rest of the stuff. If you don't need it to live, it's a want. Not live comfortably, just live. And it's important to me that he knows the distinction between those things. I was raised by a single mom and with a brother and a sister, and we fought for everything we had. She worked her butt off. And when she was left with 3 children and you know, a college degree she couldn't really use, it was music, because what do you want? You know, she didn't just give up. She didn't quit. That's not how she was raised. She went back to school, got a master's degree, went on to become a dean of the university where I graduated from, She ran their media center and library. So proud of that lady who took adversity and showed it who was boss. I mean, you know, she was the first one to apologize for not getting stuff right as a parent. You know, how can I do less? Mostly because, you know, I just don't feel like I do a good job. But I think all the parents worth anything feel that way, so I try not to get too stuck on myself on that. Let's see. I think on these, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. We'll see how it all looks and then go. Oh, I meant to use my jelly roll first. Oh, I did use my jelly roll first. Oh my God. Well, I forgot a spot in that case. Where is it? Where'd it go? Here it is. Right here. That's the spot. I think I'm going to need a bigger one. So I'm not planning on shading there. I think I'll try my 08. Let it dry first and then try the 08. All right. We'll continue. Yeah. I still don't know if I want to do that. I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to shade around the edge here. Mainly because of how I did this part in here with the hollowbaugh. I really love that, that open-edged thing. And if I use pencil around here, even though you can see the blue pastel, if I use pencil around here, that's going to stop that effect from just going out into the ether, right? So I still haven't decided yet what I'm going to do about that. I may try to lift more of this blue out and see if I can leave it blank. And if not, then I may go ahead and shade there. So we'll see. All right. All right, and I do I want to shade like this and give that area some further definition. And oh yeah, this is the little V thing, isn't it, where it comes down? I don't know. Let's blend it and see what happens. Well, River is a little pistol today. God bless her. All right. Oh my goodness, the ice cream truck. That's all I need. Go away. Holy cow. God hates me today. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. God, don't hate me today. I'm just teasing. All right, let's try to blend this without getting ridiculous. Now remember, don't scrub over your black with your tortillon, especially if it's all inked in like this. You're really going to risk picking up the tooth of your paper. to really be gentle across big pools of black. I'm going to kill that dog. I'm not going to kill her, but I'm thinking about it really hard right now. That is the barkingest. That's actually not. I've had much worse. I have had dogs that just bark because, well, they probably have a reason. I just don't know what it is. I'm a lot smarter pet owner these days, though. Okay, so if I shade this out here, that's going to cover that ink spot nicely. It's always something to consider. And all right, let's blend out some of, oh, there's a spot I missed. The mailman is out there. That's why she's losing her mind. Yes, that is what I was thinking, but stop. Stop thinking what I'm thinking, you guys. I know who you are, too. I know exactly who you are that are thinking what I'm thinking, so quit it. Just cut it out. Leave me alone. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay, because I'm being naughty. Simba, are you done having a fit? He said, that wasn't me, that was her. River, are you done with your fit? A little bit fit? Oh my goodness. We need some video evidence of this fit. Did you guys give that video 100 likes? Because I want Mari to draw with us. If I could get him interested in this channel and helping out, that would be such an amazing learning experience for him. And not particularly the art, but the channel management and videoing and editing and all of those things are skills that he can use. And yeah. And then maybe he would start his own channel, which of course I would support, but he needs to know how to do all the work first, because I don't have time for all that. So I'm down to my refund, what there is of it. I didn't pay enough taxes to even get my child credit. So, yeah. Okay. And, which is, you know, I understand. It's cool. I'm not trying to defraud anyone, but dang. You know, you raise a kid, you pay for the kid. You'd think they'd throw you a bone for that. I know. It's cool. It's cool. Simba, why are we huffing and puffing, bud? You two playing? Oh, we're both having a big drink. Oh, now we're playing. Are we being frisky, you two? Well, don't start that barking stuff. I'm still recording, okay? No bark. Simba, no bark. Easy. Be easy. He says, I'm just watching her. She's the crazy one. That's what all guys say. We're always hysterical, aren't we? Well, we're not today. We're just crazy. That's all right. I can live with my crazy. Okay, now where's that spot I missed over here? Not here. It was... Where was that? Not here. Forgot to blend that. I just saw it a second ago. Right here. Jeez, Cindy. Why can't I see? All right. We're just going to give an impression that that's sitting a little bit on top. I don't know. I may have to fix the inking a little bit to really make that work, but we're going to try it. There. I didn't get a lot of this blended, did I? All right, where else did I miss? Who's yelling at me right now? I can hear you. All right. To that person who says their grandmother loves this channel, say thank you to her. As a grandma myself, I love the grandmas. And I love the daughters and the granddaughters and the boys. I gotta love the boys. All right. I am gonna try one more time. See if I can lift this out. That's the only negative thing about using that color. I had hoped they would erase a little bit better. But that's okay. I think it's barely there. I think that's going to be fine. Now I can do what I was talking about, which was, let me blend this up. Go around the edges with graphite and sort of pillow this all up. And I think I will probably do that everywhere except for down here. So, and then here I will just let that go. Yeah? All right. Well, amidst the barking and yapping and all of that, I am going to say this is where I'm going to leave it today. This might be a good place for a chop. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. But I am going to see you guys tomorrow. I hope you had some organic fun with this. I hope it wasn't too confusing. Relax into it. Remember that you cannot do it wrong. No matter what I did over here, it turned out okay, right? Now, it might not be the coolest thing ever, and y'all's are probably going to be way better. But still, it turned out all right, didn't it? Okay, guys, I'm going to see you tomorrow. Remember, no mistakes, only opportunities for something new to discover. All right. Much love from Oklahoma, and I'm going to see you guys tomorrow.